Hello, hello. How's everyone doing out there? TDC Live. That's right. TDC, that dating channel. We come on here every Sunday and we hang out and we talk dating stuff. Today I have two good stories of two totally different situations that I've come across a lot. But the nice thing about these situations that came up is, see, it's real tough because if you're out there attempting to date, you want to take it serious. But in the back of your head, you go, boy, this could be an interesting story for that dating channel. So normally I would delete text messages. I would just forget the stories. And then when it comes time to talk about it, I'm like, shit, I should have kept that. Well, this one, I actually kept the texts because one of them was so ridiculous. And the other one was a phone conversation. So obviously I don't have any proof of that, but it was equally ridiculous in two ends of the spectrum. You know what I mean? Like, you got to understand, I can attract, that's a third thing that we can talk about. I can attract the mother, the daughter, or someone in between. So I'm at that age where I could attract a woman in her 20s, her 40s, or her 50s or late 50s if everything works out. I'm in that weird age where I can float different generations. So I can't really date a woman that has a really good looking daughter that's 25 because not that I'm going to be like hitting on her, but it's awkward because I have dated women that age. So today we'll talk about two equally ridiculous situations that happened last week. And we'll talk about how that makes it even more confusing and difficult, on top of the fact of feminism. And, we've already talked about and covered the difficulties of dating with modern women and modern feminism and all that stuff that's bleeding into dating as a, I would say, a traditional guy. I'm not one of these guys, top G. I'm not one of those guys that talks about toxic masculinity. I'm not one of those guys that has to be like patriarchal. I like traditional. You know what I mean? Like, I am just a normal guy that just wants it, like, nice guy, treat you okay. But, I'm going to protect, provide, do all the good stuff that I'm supposed to do. And all I expect is for you to be sweet, feminine, nice, supportive, and cute. That's it. Like, it's not really that difficult. We'll talk about that, many more things, but not before we have Cactus Peptides. That's right. The channel sponsor is Cactus Peptides. And it was interesting. I actually went there and I hit shop now. And the one that caught my eye is something that I've been having trouble with, specifically at the gym. They have like a repair and restore starter research kit. And, if they had an oral if they had like an oral kind of pill or something, I would probably be more likely to use something like that. Not because needles are bad, but it's just I'm kind of weird about needles. So, but they do have something here that really, really piqued my interest because I was working out the other day and my elbows are just hating life. The higher I lift weight-wise, the more pain the elbows get in there. So it does prevent you from having fluid, good motions. And I just need a repair situation, and I need that outside help. And right here, this little Regen Duo that they're talking about seems pretty cool. But again, you can go in there, hit order, and look at these little starter kits that I think are great. The GLP-3 starter kit, the Repair and Restore starter kit. They have... what is that? That's interesting. So yeah, you can really do a lot of research here. So check them out. Mention the Amory or YDBT. They might be giving you a bit of a discount. So just check that out. I think you guys would really appreciate Cactus Peptides because it is a wellness type thing. And I think it's very good for the channel to have that going on. Shout out to Sanic Gotta Go Fast. He is the guy who runs, I think it's Sanic Gotta Go Fast, that runs Cactus Peptides. Bilavesh, RoboStyle, Clinch Stroke. Oh my God, it did not pop up. Holy shit. Bilavesh, RoboStyle, Clinch Stroke, 2000 MCR. Oh my God. I am not doing good today. Not doing good today. It's really a tough time. I've done a lot today. Bilavesh, RoboStyle, Clint Stroke, 2000 MCR, South Detroit Entertainment, Frank Donahue, Mustang Dennis, Diego, EPA, Amory. How's the Corvette? Any issues? Is it running okay? Alan Galvin, Cactus Peptides, Real SVT Junkie, Peter Chow, Rodrigo Rivas, Redbird, Coyote Kelly, Haven Zeth, SSS Shipbox, Matt Oliver, Renee DL22, CJ426. Who is that? That name really bugs me out. Nat Chu, Jimmy Jams, Roy, Boy, Alex. Today's my 40th birthday. Could not think of a better person to listen to whilst getting my head around it. That is a very interesting thing. 30 fucks with you, 40 fucks with you, but 50 won't fuck with you. In your 40s, you're looking forward to being 50 just to get it over with. Like, you don't feel some type of way unless you thought there were going to be certain metrics in your life that you would have achieved. Like, I'm one of those guys that doesn't have kids, doesn't really have a legacy. I just want to build cars, educate the youth, inspire people to work on their projects, teach people about Mustangs and dating culture and stuff like that. And that's my legacy. I'm more of a teacher. I'm not going to tell you not to have kids. I'm going to tell you to have kids if you want to do that. I'm really going to try to steer you in the right direction based on my experience I've seen too much to not be able to offer a good experience. But don't worry about 40. It's really not a big deal. Oscar, Jared Wells, what's up, brother? Look at Jared Wells. He didn't listen to me and he's happy as shit as a kid. You know what I mean? Matt Oliver, attracting two ends of the spectrum. That's what guys can do as they get experience. Shall we put it thus? Guys peak later in life. We do peak later in life. Michael Stewart, Substitute Short Entertainment says, Alex, the Wolverine stack works wonders. Take my word for it, brother. It's the injection. I need it to have like an oral. I can't inject anything in my body, guys. I don't drink. I don't smoke. Now I'm gonna inject stuff. Again, nothing against Cactus Peptides, but I would absolutely look into some kind of the cream. Like, what the hell did Barry Bonds rub on his knee that made him hit 500-foot bombs? I want that. What's up, YouTube? I haven't seen you in forever. Jimmy Jams, YouTube, Garrett Staten, Cactus again. Sadly, the oral BPC does not work well for the rest of your body as the bioavailability is very low. 100%. Understand that. Let's talk about two ends of the spectrum, and I'm not talking about the age. I'm talking about what they're looking for. So I was on, believe it or not, Tinder. Tinder and Bumble, same thing. I don't pay for them. I just do the free stuff. Bumble I pay for so that I can have the travel feature. Bumble's awesome for these purposes. So on Tinder, I matched with a woman that's 50. All right, obvious fake tits. Little tattoo here and there, but has 2 grown kids, and of course is coming off of a divorce. Now, you would think at 50 years old, 50, women kind of have it figured out. But I'm telling you, there are women out there that are so lost, they're listless, they're rudderless, they're just kind of going with the flow. So what do you think a woman that is 50 years old, out of a marriage, on Tinder with 2 grown boys, right? What do you think a woman like that should be looking for? Put it on the chat. What do you mean a woman like that should be looking for if she's ready to date? Because, again, if you go on Tinder, you, I think, are having difficulty meeting people in person. You're too busy to meet people in person. You're wanting to see who's around, maybe in a 30-mile radius, because you normally wouldn't come across them in your travels, and you just want to see what's out there. That's what I do. I don't go to bars. I don't have a lot of friends. I don't socialize all that much. So my only recourse to find women, because women don't want to be approached anymore. That's why I use online dating, right? So this woman, I match with her, right? My photos are very generic. Top, full body picture of Tony, picture of me working on the car, picture of me at the gym. No shirtless pictures because I'm not retarded. Just here it is, just some regular guy. And we match it. She's like, oh my God, you look, nice, whatever. I was like, I appreciate that. Tell me what you're looking for. She goes, I'm looking for a nice guy, this and this and that. So I'm like, interesting. Okay. So in the course of maybe 2 or 3 texts, she gives me her number. So I'm like, okay. That was quick. But again, nothing wrong with that. But I'm just going by experience. Women generally don't just give out their number within 3 messages, right? So, of course, what do? I go to Spokio, do a reverse search, check out her Facebook. And she's into some kind of roofing. She's like a roofing insurance adjuster or something like that. She's up on roofs all the time. So I'm like, okay, everything looks good. She doesn't look like a whore. It's all good. So we start talking. And it immediately feels weird. It immediately feels like we're not on the same page. Roboy says to CJ's 2426, thanks, man, means a lot. I love my kid. Wasn't that I wasn't listening. Shit just happened. You weren't listening. Shit wouldn't have happened if you were listening. You and I are the same age. And when I turned 48, I just started saying, I'm 50 and proud of my accomplishments in life. Absolutely. Right. Diego, relationships. A woman at 50, you would think, is looking for something solid, right? Something solid. So we're having conversations and it's not going well. It's weird. When you ever had a conversation with a woman where you're like, are you even speaking the same language as I am? Because like your answers are not, are not really like, they have nothing to do with what I'm saying. So I finally was like, so what are you looking for? Like, ideally, what would be is something that you're looking for. I'd like to find someone to spend my free time with. I'm a very, normal guy. I'm not looking for anything in particular. Things will develop naturally. And I actually saved the text. Of course, I erased her number. But I wanted you guys to read the most ridiculous thing I've heard. Now, my previous text too, the first thing she's about to say in this text is like, I'm a nice guy. I'm just looking for a nice girl to spend my free time with. And she goes ahead and this is what she puts in there. She says, that is such a beautiful thing. I wish I was ready, but you're 100%. I'm looking for the exact opposite currently. I said I'm looking for a nice girl to spend my free time with. So this is what she wrote. That's such a beautiful thing. I wish I was ready, but you're 100% right. I'm looking for the exact opposite. I said, opposite of a good guy? You want a guy to treat you badly? LOL. She goes, ha, ha, ha. No, I've had plenty of that in the last 50 years. Listen to the next paragraph. This woman's 50. I'm looking to satiate the carnal urge that this stage of my life is forcing me without involving my heart that has been repeatedly broken while I work on myself and fix what drove me to chase emotionally available men. That's what I brought up thinking love was. What? I said I'm looking for a good guy I'm looking for a good girl I'm a good guy. I'm looking to meet a good girl. I'm looking to satiate the carnal urge that this stage of my life is forcing on me without involving my heart that has been repeatedly broken while I work on myself and fix what drove me to chase. And what the fuck are you talking about? What? So I'm like, so you're looking to get fucked? Right? So that's what I'm thinking. I'm like, carnal, insatiable, blah, blah, blah. And I'm like, so you're looking for a friends with benefits? I said, so you're looking for a FWB. She goes, what's an FWB? I said, a friends with benefits. She says, friends with benefits come with attachment. She obviously doesn't know the meaning of friends with benefits. I'm looking for something that is clean cut. I said, you can go to any bar and find that. Go to a bar, find a clean cut guy, take him home. But if you want to do that constantly with different men, yeah, I'm not interested. She goes, wow, now you have it with multiple guys. LOL. Best wishes, Alex. I truly hope you find a good woman because you seem like a good guy. I said, LOL. Good luck with that clean cut one night stand. She wants a clean cut one night stand to fulfill her insatiable urge that life has forced up. What the fuck are you talking about? So I'm like, women are crazy because you are trying to be good, act in good faith. You're like, I'm going to go out there and just act like myself and be a nice guy. This woman matches with you. You say you're looking for a nice girl. She gives you her number. And then in the first 2 or 3 texts of her giving you her number, she's like, no, I'm looking for a one night stand with a clean cut guy. And I'm like, a one night stand? You can go to any bar in America tonight as a 5 and find a one night stand. Look for that clean cut guy, strike up a conversation, take him home. He rails you. And then what? Like, you're done? What if you like it? What if you guys got along? Yeah, exactly. She's still healing. Oh, my ex-husband fucked me up so much that I need to get railed at 50 by a rando. Because when I said her friends with benefits, she goes, oh, no, that involves like emotions. And I'm like, you obviously don't know men. Men, the moment we know you're just a cum rag, we're going to treat you. How do we treat our cum rags? we throw them in the back. We throw them under the bed. We don't care. We don't care you are our jizz bucket at this point. So, okay, you're a friend with benefits. It means I'm going to listen to you babble just so I can get the puss. And then once I get the puss, I'm out. There is no emotional attachment involved. The friend part is the non-ownership, meaning like I can't claim you. So you're a friend. We're going to dap up after I jizz and I'm out. So she was I don't know what she's looking for. So that's one end of the spectrum. Very odd conversation, very odd back and forth. I was befuddled and I was like, okay, see you later. Remember, guys, I'm trying. Then this is the other thing that happens a lot. She had to have been drinking when she wrote that. Could you imagine a woman at 50 years old to text that to a random guy she didn't meet, but she linked up with on Tinder? So wait, you want a one night stand? Yeah, with a clean cut guy. Okay, then go to a bar, go to Yard House, go to Chili's, go to Applebee's, go to anywhere. Go to your local hole in the wall. You can find that as a woman. Men can't unless they're Brad Pitt. But if you're a 5, you can get laid tonight. So why are you on Tinder looking for that specifically? It's goofy and weird. But the other end of the spectrum is this. I've met women, and this was a Hispanic woman. She was from New York, so she had this Brooklyn accent. And we're talking, and this was a phone conversation. I said, look, because I'm trying something different. I said, look, why don't we just talk on the phone instead of having a text communication so nothing gets lost in translation over text? She goes, I'd love that. I'll talk to you tonight after softball practice. Boom, softball practice is done. She called me right on time. I'm like, okay, she's punctual. Everything is good. We're talking. She has a good relationship with her father. She's divorced, has 2 grown kids, and everything is going pretty good, right? And then she goes, do you have a relationship with God? I went, wow. Like, it's like you're expecting a fastball right down the middle, and then, at the last moment you see like this, and you're like, oh, it's a changeup. oh, shit. You're out on your front foot, and you're like, God damn it. Should have stayed on my back foot. But that was one of those ones that the conversation, she was saying shit, fuck, motherfucker, come. She was saying all the bad words. She has 2 kids. She was divorced. And then she goes, what's your relationship like with God? I went, my relationship with God? I said, well, I was raised Catholic, but I'm not religious. I guess I'm a believer, but not necessarily in how any religion explains it. I guess I believe we came from something. We didn't just derive from goop. And, I believe something created us, but I don't necessarily go to church, give money in a basket, and, do all this stuff. And she goes, oh, well, this isn't going to work out. I said, okay, that's interesting. So let me ask you a question. You want a guy to have a similar relationship with God that you have? She goes, yeah. I go, do you follow the letter of the law when it comes to religion? She goes, yep. I go, you're divorced. Oh, that's different. There was abuse. I go, physical? No. Verbal? Not really. He was just gaslighting me all the time. I said, I literally said this. I said, where's that part in the Bible that forever in health or sickness till death do you part, unless he gaslights you? Like, I missed that part on the Bible. Like, was it a missing page? Like the Indiana Jones where they were missing the map, right? You're like, where's the part where it says you can divorce this guy because he gaslights you? Why don't you go to couples therapy? Because it's forever. When you get married and you follow the letter of the law, if you are religious, it's until death do you part. And you took his hand in marriage on those vows, right? So you are not going by the letter of the law. You're wanting a man to be a godly man, a religious fella, but you yourself don't follow that. And guys, that is something that just kickstarted my memory. And I said, wait a minute. I've met women like this. I've met most women like this. A lot of women and men, but I don't date men, use religion, just like you said, as a cope, as they're leaning on something. It's a crutch. It's a way to identify yourself. It's something to, if you're listless and rudderless, religion can be your rudder. But my problem with that is when it becomes your rudder and you don't follow it letter of the law, I have a problem with it. Because if you're preaching that you need a godly man in your life, but you are living your life outside of the teachings of the Bible, then I can't take you seriously. I don't mind dating a woman that is religious, righteous, no kids, saved herself for marriage, right? But this weird, and again, I guess I should say congratulations if religion helped you get clean. That does not mean I have to accept you as my partner, right? If you were partying and getting blowed out everywhere, and then you found God, great for you, and I'm happy for you. That does not automatically make you godly in my eyes. See, I run my life a little, let's just say, more righteous, and maybe let's just say I don't need religion to know what's right and wrong. Even though I do have a Catholic background, I don't need to constantly practice religion to know this is what I want from my life. Don't smoke, don't drink, don't treat people badly, generally be a good person. But when you become a born again something, or you're using religion as like a crutch or a cope, I do not have to accept you in my life. So I basically said, okay, well, you understand that, and I was very, very straightforward with her. I said, you understand that you saying you want a man that has God in his life is kind of interesting when you yourself have 2 kids and divorced. So you could see that if a man really runs his life by the teachings of the Bible, he probably is not going to go out with you, right? She goes, no, I accept him fully in my heart. I'm like, no, you don't understand what I'm saying. You want a godly man. So if this man is literally running his life with the teachings of the Bible, then you're probably not for him. And she was like offended by that. And I was like, look, were you always religious? She goes, no, I kind of got into it, in the middle of the issues with the marriage. And I'm like, okay, I'm good about it. And guys, that is a very common thing. Especially in Florida, a lot of people come down here. There's a reason why there's a lot of rehab centers down here. When you're going to get clean, you don't want to get clean in Detroit. You don't want to get clean in the Dakotas. You don't want to get clean in Alaska. You want to get clean in paradise. You want to get clean when there's palm trees, when there's a beach, when there's beautiful. But the problem is a lot of people come here to get clean, and then they're preachy as shit when it comes to religion and all this other goofiness. So you need to understand that you don't need to accept them because of that. Now, I'm happy for them that religion helped them get along and help them get straight. That does not mean I owe you I don't owe you a fresh, clean slate when I know you've been run through. There's a guy recently that went viral for marrying an ex-porn star, and he was a virgin. Okay, let me look up that situation because I think that was an interesting story. Porn star marries. It was recent, like the last couple of days. Is it Addison James? Yeah. A notable recent example of this scenario involves a former Navy veteran and OnlyFans star, Addison James, who married a man named Jim, described as having a more conventional background. Despite initial hesitations, James continued her work in the adult industry, with her husband accepting her career and understanding that her professional life distinct from personal relationship. No, this is not it. Navy vet living at a brothel. No, what? There was a recent marries virgin male. And then born again. Let me see. Born again. Porn star marries virgin male. Whatever. Where is it? Porn star married to a Mormon has a boyfriend. Yeah, guys, this is one of those crazy things that happens very often. And I see, and these men they're happy. They look happy. Maybe let's go on X. X has been better lately about news and stuff. Born again porn star. Let me just type in born again porn star. Let's see what pops up on X. Born again porn star marries. Let's see what happens. Former OnlyFans star became Christian influencer. Nala revealed that she could never marry someone who knew about her past content. Nala got married after becoming a Christian. This is just the craziest work on the planet. And it's becoming a bit of this one. Nala's is decided that all of the women to marry, the best idea was to marry a porn star who had been tag team on camera, woman of God. This is one of those crazy things that's happening out there where women are just like, oh, I'm born again. It's all good. This puss is brand new. And I'm like, yeah, exactly. This is literally what you're going to start seeing out there with social media. I'll go back just in case there was anything weird going on. So this is a very common thing where OnlyFans women, now that they've made their millions and they've been run through and men are just treating her as a cum bucket, they all of a sudden say, I'm Christian now. And then they get a sucker, and that sucker ends up getting the best sex of his life, I'm sure. But then eventually you cannot make a hoe into a housewife. And then she falls back into her old ways. And it's happened many times. And I'm old enough to remember a lot of these, like Anna Nicole Smith marrying that really old guy. And they were like, oh yeah, she really loves him. Shut the fuck up. Like, please, even though she wasn't a porn star, she was known to be, hooker-ish and, gold digger-ish. So when this woman said this stuff to me, I had to remind her, you got 2 kids and you're divorced. Everything you're telling me is null and void because you're not running your life by the teachings of the Bible. And she was kind of offended by that, but I just don't want to fall into this weird trap of like going, you know what? That's fine. I understand. You found the Lord. So fresh puss, right? Clean slate. It's not like the amount of dicks that have been in and out of there magically go away once you accept, religion in your life. It's just not how it is. She's for the streets. Leave her at the curb. Red flag city. She's dodging accountability hardcore. Almost sounds like bait and robbery. Anytime a woman uses the word healing journey and find myself, she's on the hunt for justification for her bad choices. She's not gonna change a damn thing. This is like moving to a different state thinking it's going to fix you. I know women in my life that move thinking that the move is going to change their life for the better. And I'm like, no, the problem is when you move, the thing that is the problem moves with you. And that is your personality. The way you move is the way you think is the problem. It's not your area. I moved out of Massachusetts so I wouldn't have seasonal depression. I'm like, I hate it here, right? I need somewhere where there's sun, general, okay, and I felt better. But a lot of these people that live in freaking paradise, which is Florida, specifically Palm Beach County, I'm going to move somewhere else. Why? I just hate it here. Really? Have you been anywhere else? Yeah, I'm just not having a good time here. What do you mean you're not having a good time? Why don't you get out and find a boyfriend, get a job, like find a passion? Oh no, I'm going to move. Like magically moving fixes everything. You'll see those people usually end up coming back after a year or two. Oh, that question. Talk lady, where's this going? Right. Religion is on her terms. Religion on her terms. Cafeteria Christians. Did I tell you the story of when I worked in Houston and a very religious girl who like prayed before lunch? Here comes Wendy's, here's the Diet Coke, and here's the fries, and here's the chicken. And they're like, dear Lord Jesus and baby Jesus, I want to thank you for this McChicken. And this McChicken with the ranch sauce is just so heavenly. I want to make sure my parents are healthy, and I want to make sure everyone in my life is healthy. Amen. Right? That girl, I made a joke one time saying, You're lucky there's nowhere we could fool around. I'd take you somewhere and show you a thing or two. And she goes, well, the only place that there isn't stuff going around, the only place there aren't cameras is that closet. I said, well, I guess you got to clean that closet. The next day, she was cleaning the closet. And I was like, are we gonna fuck at work? This is crazy. Religious. Like uber religious. So I'm like, so you're a cafeteria Christian. You go up to the buffet and you go, today I'm going to be righteous. Today I'm going to be faithful. And today I'm going to pray before I eat. All the other stuff, forget it. I don't want to do that today. I want to get ragged out by the brown guy in the front desk. She wasn't putting out. Yeah, I think that's the thing, right? My fear is if I accept a woman in her 40s with 2 children that walked out of her vagina, I go, you know what? I respect that. I respect the crap out of the fact that you accepted the Lord in your life and you are, now, on the right path. And then I go out with her and she's like, we can't fuck until you like put a ring on it. And I'm like, you got 2 kids. What am I saving myself for? What am I committing to to slamming Yogi Berra's catcher's mitt from 1960 something? Is that what have you seen Yogi Berra's mitt? Have you seen what that looks like? I'll catch a replay, brother. Have a good night, Law. Good night, Cactus Peptides. Thank you very much for being the sponsor. She would never have value. I already feel bad for the kid. They think religion is their reset button. I'd run scared. Right. So religion, unfortunately, to me, even though it is something to guide you, maybe you're having trouble, maybe you need to, have some focus, and you turn to religion, I'm sorry. In terms of dating you, it's a red flag. If you already have kids, if you already have been married and had a long-term relationship and you're not a virgin, because we're going by the teachings, right? It's a red flag. And this is going by experience because I'm 48 and I've dated. Everyone that is a born again something woman, every woman that is big time into church was a filthy, disgusting whore in her past life. And they use religion as a wash. When they dunk you into the tub and they wash out all your sins, unless the vagina gets replaced somehow, by transport, some kind of, refurbishing process, I don't think the dunking in the thing makes your organs brand new again. What are we doing? Guys, you've been there. Please tell me you've been there. You've been with a girl that's, low miles, and you're like, this is an awesome experience. I love it. And then you've been with someone that has had a couple of kids, and it's not that awesome. Not as awesome. There's just differences, and I'm not going to get too graphic in explaining the differences, but they're wonderful differences. They're the best differences. They're the type of differences that I would put a ring on it for. But unfortunately, when you have had a couple of children, you are now, let's just say, different than someone that has not, or has only had one or two boyfriends, or let's just say less than 5. There is an absolute ridiculous difference when a woman does not have children when it comes to the bedroom than when they do. So me knowing that, why would I lock it in with someone that is a born again something, which makes me think, their past was fucked up? Because when you look at my past, generally, it's pretty spick and span. It's clean. 10 years. And as a matter of fact, I felt nostalgic early in the week. And I texted Kathy, my 10-year relationship, just to see how she's doing. Boy, getting out of Massachusetts, I'm telling you, was the right move. She's doing fine, but time has not been friendly to her, unfortunately. And, she's suffering from some hip stuff, some arthritis stuff. And I'm just like, boy, I feel bad. Because I have, let's just say, extended some of my youth more so than the people that were left behind in Massachusetts, because they live a stressful life. It's not fun. It sucks. It's miserable. It's gray. It's dreary. It's awful. And I'm just like, I was just making sure she was okay, because we talk about her on the show because she was a great person. So I was with her for 10 years, right? Up to the age of 32. And then I was with a girl that was maybe with 2 guys before me, and I lasted with her with 5 years. And then the last girl I was with 1 guy before me, and I was like, I'm gonna lock it in with her until she wanted to do modern woman shit and get a career. Okay, not a problem. Go do your thing. We'll see you in about 6 years when you're 15 guys deep, and then you want to lock it in. Oh, by the way, you're now religious. That is the template. If you want to see the template of somebody that how a woman is, by the time they're 34, 35, they've been through some shit. They've been through 15 guys. They've had many relationships, 1-night stands, 1 month, 2 month situationships, meaning they got ragged out by the guy. He never claimed her. And then they're like, you know what? I'm going to turn to Jesus. And then they meet me. Oh, he's so nice and clean cut and lives a good life. I want to lock it in with you, but you got to be religious, Alex. And I'm like, no. And they're shocked when I say no. Yep, it's not the religion talk. It's the person using the talk I don't trust. With you covering it up. It's a physiological issue. Yes, it's everything. There's just a different. Yeah, It's like when you buy a Tahoe that has 230,000 miles, you're like, I'm just going to use you every day and not really care if the oil gets changed or if the tire gets changed. Doesn't care. But then you have that Ferrari that has 0 miles. You're like, I'm going to keep you under 10,000 miles for the rest of your life. So I'm just going to drive you once in a while, take you here, take you there, treat you good because you care about that car more. You know what I mean? Than the beater. Do you think she ghost watches any of the shows? Well, she doesn't know English that well, Kathy. But yeah, time was not good to her. As a matter of fact, every girl that I dated, not that I look fantastic, right? I'm 48 though. So obviously, if you look at pictures of me 5 to 10 years ago, I have darker facial hair, but the body has been. I must say, I was looking at old photos. I was chubbier 5 years ago, and I was like, you know what? I'm happy that I'm maintaining. My physique has gotten better. The older I get, obviously the face changes, the hair changes, but your physique is everything. Because if you look good in a shirt and your shoulders are good and your arms are pretty good, women are like, they like that shit. And apparently women like super veiny hands. Like apparently every time I go on a date and I put my hands down, they're like, I fucking love your hands. And I'm like, I don't know what that means because you're talking to me about religion. It's like illegally rolling back the odometer. Women stalk. If she is watching, I hope she understands where I'm coming from. And I would think the second relationship and the third relationship watch me more, ghost watch, than the first relationship. Although the first relationship, I feel after me and her broke up, she kind of was like, I'm not really going to date all that much. Now, I talked to a third girl this week. And again, guys, all online dating, just text conversation. The third girl was a hybrid of the two. The third girl was a very interesting conversation that I had with this woman. And she basically gave me a peek into the psyche of a woman's life. So she's 45 years old. And she told me the story of a woman in her early 20s. And she goes, well, in my because I said, you have an accent. I hear you, and this is why I picked up on the accent. And guys, you guys really got to pay attention. Like when you talk to a woman, you really got to sit there and listen. And she's telling you her story. Guys, it's an art. You have to sit there and and again, I'm from the Northeast, so I can pick up certain features of someone that talks differently than Floridians. So she's telling me a story, and when people have filler, they can say yada, 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 this, that, and a third, or da, 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 da. And I went, you're from New York. And she's like, well, I said, you're from New York. She goes, no. I go, did you ever live in New York? She goes, actually, yeah. So check out this story that she told me. She's 22 years old, 5'11", black girl, but like Beyonce black. Not Serena Williams black. She's Beyonce black, the good black, So, so she's tall and beautiful, and she gets a modeling career going in Florida. And she's like, it's not happening down here because it was like 1998, 9. She's like, I want to move to New York. So she moves to New York on a whim, just moves there. She tells her parents she's going to just visit a friend in New York. She ends up staying in New York. So she's in New York, she's getting modeling contracts, she's getting this, she's getting that, but she's not making it. She's not making it. Right. That's what we said, physiological. I'm like, I wonder what he's trying to say. So yeah, she's like Beyonce black, not Serena Williams black. That's pretty self-explanatory. So she says she goes to New York and she's like, whoa, I'm going out every night. 24. I'm going out every night. I'm like, that's the prop. I didn't say anything. I just listened. I sat back and I listened. I'm going out every night and I'm modeling in the morning and I'm staying with a friend and this and that, but I want to stay there. So then I'm staying in a hotel room with a bunch of Swedish girls that are talking Swedish and I just want to move on my own shit. And one time I get lost on the subway and I meet this guy who was approaching me and this guy's talking crazy. Like, hey, are you lost? And I'm like, oh man, this guy's going to kill me. Come to find out he was a good guy. And we ended up hitting it off. We ended up exchanging numbers. He showed me around, told me I was lost, this and that. I ended up going back to my apartment, but we kept in touch. And eventually we ended up like getting together, but not in a romantic capacity, meaning they became friends. But the guy liked her. The guy was older. The guy was 38, 39. She was 24. She was tall, beautiful. This guy was probably ready to lock it in. Probably had a business, probably had good money. He's like, I'm going to lock it in with this young girl that's in her prime. And I said, well, yeah. She goes, could you believe that? I go, could you? What do you mean? Could I believe a guy in his 30s established with a career and a business meets a young, beautiful woman and he wants to lock it in with her? Absolutely. That's what he should be doing. Why would he lock it in with someone his age when you're fertile, ripe, and ready to go? Listen, guys, this story gets better. So she's like, well, I kind of unfortunately let him on. So what do you mean you let him on? Well, I made it look like I was like interested in him romantically just so I could have somewhere to stay. I said, yeah, but you guys were dating, right? She goes, no, it was like a roommate situation. I go, whoa, whoa, whoa. You're 24. He's 38. You're not fucking him? She goes, no. And I go, come on. She goes, well, yeah. I go, okay, so you're lying, right? So you're already lying. So she starts laughing. Tee, I just didn't want to divulge that information. So you were emotionally unavailable to this guy. He's thinking you're his girlfriend. You're thinking he's just my meal ticket. So how did y'all break up? She goes, I just got my clothes one day and left. I go, was there a conversation beforehand? She goes, no, I just got my clothes and I left. And I went, so what'd you do? Well, I moved back to Florida because my father was going to stop paying my car note. So your father is paying for your car that you have in New York with Florida plates. You meet a guy who puts you up. You fuck him. He thinks you're his girlfriend. You say, not really. I'm just using him so I can model, go out, this and that. I give him some puss once in a while to keep him quiet, but I'm doing my thing on the side. And then one day when dad says, I'm going to stop paying your car note, you got to go back home. You just get your clothes and leave. She goes, ha, yeah, that's what 20-something-year-olds do. I go, really? Really? That's what they do? She goes, yeah. I go, I don't want 24-year-olds that act like that. You know what I mean? So now her stock has gone down, right? If I considered her a 10, let's say, she went down to an 8. Based on that story, because that's part of your history and that's part of your personality. That is who you are at the core, because I have never done stuff like that, ever, okay? So she ends up saying, just glossing over like a second relationship. So after she said that, because the reason I asked her that question is I hear an accent. Tell me about, I hear an accent. So tell me about this accent. And she's like, oh, the New York story. So I go, wait, so when you got back to Florida, you said you've been divorced. She goes, I've been divorced for 2 years. I said, so he's the father of your kids? She has 2 boys, twins. She says, no. I went, the man that married you was not the father of your kids. No, that was a football player. Professional football player? Yeah. So a professional football player right? And he said, and you're like, I got 2 of these things now. And some sucker married you. And then he dipped out in the middle of the relationship. And she's like, yeah. I said, all right, cool. So what are you doing now? Like, oh, just like I'm trying to buy a house. So I'm like, all right, remember, she's 45. Trying to buy a house. I'm like, okay, cool. Are your parents around? She goes, yeah, I live with my mom. At 45, you live with your mom? You want to talk about listless and rudderless? And these are the women that are on dating applications. You understand? One woman, 50 years old, links up with you on Tinder, and you say you want to find, quote unquote, a relationship. Then she says, no, I want to divulge my insatiable appetite for dick. Boom. Second one, in a week, guys. Second one says, I have 2 kids and I'm divorced, but I want a man of God. And the third one, after fooling a guy in New York, playing him for a fool in her 20s, coming back, getting ragged out by a football player, then some sucker married a single mom, 2 kids, then they got divorced. Now she lives with mom. I'm like, what the fuck is happening here? You have had a safety net under you at all times, and you're acting a fool. And you think I want to be like a righteous male and a protector provider to you? This is very important, men, to talk to these women, because you don't want to end up with someone like with a past like that. Well, their past doesn't tell you who they are. Yes, it does. It absolutely does. It's the Carfax. It's the Hofax. You pull it up. Oh, in 1999, you fucked over a guy for rent and you gave him some puss while you were partying, modeling, fucking around. Dad wanted to stop paying your car note, so you moved that to Florida. In Florida, because you're 5'11 and beautiful, you got ragged out by a football player. He dipped the fuck out. Got married to a sucker. Sucker got sick of your shit. Now you're living at home with mom. Why should I date you? I'm going to ask her that question. I'm like, why should I date you? What is the upside of dating you? What am I gaining? Are you a net positive or a net negative in my life? Guys, you really got to start having these conversations with women, because and guys, talk to them like you're a friend. They just divulge information when they get comfortable as shit. Matt Oliver says, yeah, exactly. Learn the art of conversation. Women will snitch on themselves. You flag something in conversation, then circle around back to it a little later. Compare the 2 instances. There is an art to having a conversation. Gain their trust. Talk to them. Let them flow. Say, really? No way. That's crazy. Wow. And then what happened? And then what happened? And then what happened? And all of a sudden, they're telling you they're sucking dick in the back of a taxi somewhere, just riding on dicks, getting plowed by football players, screwing dudes for rent. And you're like, I don't want you. No wonder the dating pool is full of pee. Disgusting. Wow. Shaking my head. That's what I need, says Mr. Window. As soon as I spark conversation, they start building their own RICO case. Right? It is an art to talk to someone and then they just start snitching on their own shit, because there always is something that leads to the story of their life. There is a trigger that you need to find that tells you who they are. And on a couple of occasions, it has been the X or it has been the accent. Tell me, have you always lived in Florida? No, I moved to Massachusetts for a little while. Tell me about that. And then here comes the life story, the life-changing story. Dartboard girl, who is an absolute doll. I genuinely like her. She's about to make the biggest mistake of her life. She is in the middle of making the biggest mistake of her life. But I'm not looking to stop her. I'm just going to be that voice of reason, because she's moving away from paradise, wants to move somewhere, was talking about moving to New York. At least I convinced her not to move to New York. And then I met her mother, and her mother's a fucking doll, and she's 50. Her mom is blonde, blue-eyed, beautiful, tall. I even said, you are gorgeous. I was in the garage, and then she came. I said, oh my God, who's this? She asked my mom, I'm like, that's your mom? Well, you are gorgeous. And she's like, oh my God, thank you. I'm like, yeah, no problem. Jesus, nice to meet you. I see where the looks come from, unless Dad's super hot too. And she started laughing. He goes, no, Dad's not hot. I'm like, whatever. So she's in the middle of making that crazy mistake. And what's going to happen? I'm going to be part of her life story. She's going to say to someone someday, I met this guy, super cool guy, helped me out, gave me some life advice, and he really steered me in the right direction. But I'm not going to stop her from making these choices. I'm just going to show her the alternatives. I'm like, you're at the crossroads. You're right now in the middle of being a housewife, finding a good guy, or doing weird, goofy shit by meandering the U.S. and ending up back in Florida in your 30s, probably dicked up times 10, bringing your value from a beautiful, cute 24-year-old girl with a low body count to a 30-year-old woman doing God knows what with a body count of 15 or 20. I'm late changing my younger sister's headlight bulbs out right now. That's weird. That's a weird way of saying that. Yikes, peace. What else do you need to hear? You don't need to hear that much. Easy way out every time. No shit. I went on a first date last night. 38-year-old, no kids, divorced back in 2017, lives back with her mom. Now, if she does not have kids and is divorced, that's okay. Because maybe she's still salvageable. But 2 kids from not the husband? Very goofy and weird. Predictor of the future. Upgrade. Thank you for the money. $5. Thank you for the super chat. Looking to a cash sing. Oh, yeah. I know about that story. It's just not relevant to this, really. To be honest, I don't have time to talk to them. They're done. I get it. There's a reason why credit scores are used the way they are. You let a woman pass slide, you're going to live it in the future. The last girl I dated had an interesting past. I'm not going to talk too much about her. I have talked to her. I've talked about our situation, but I have not talked about her personally, like in depth. There were warning signs there, unfortunately, and I saw them, but I ignored them because she was super cute. Lesson learned. A lot of women think their value is a lot higher than it actually is. Exactly. Like I would date her to get it in. I would not ever wife her up. And she needs to know that. Like in the middle of like maybe date number 2 or 3, I'm going to show her a good time, good vibes, this and that. And then if things happen, things happen. But if she's like, are we locking it in? I'm like, oh yeah, no, you got a baby daddy that's a football guy and this. No, I'm good. I'm going to pass on that situation. What's that mean exactly? You have me? I don't get it. But that is a safety hazard. Alex, what do you think about this wannabe influencer? What do you think about this wannabe influencer on social media? I don't know what you're talking about. I met this immigrant in Florida. Yeah, that's funny if they say that. I met this immigrant in Florida. He's a nice guy. And he told me all that. I'm like, look, you need to understand when an older guy tries to steer you in the right direction and he's not hitting on you. I've not hit on her. I've not asked her on a date. I'm like, she's not giving me any signs that she's into this. Actually, funny thing is I changed her wipers the other day. That's not a euphemism. It's like I literally changed her wipers. And she's like, oh my God, you're so nice. Again, no problem. It was easy because I was already out in the garage and she came out and like, bring the car over. Boom, boom, boom. I become the fucking complex mechanic. Met a Lund-tuned Mustang guy today too. I'm like, oh, fuck, here we go. But you know what? I'm being a little different. Normally I'd be standoffish and tell people to fuck off. I'm being very helpful and very nice, which was probably going to bite me in the ass. And I told the kid, if anything goes missing here, I'm coming after you. He's like, ha ha. He laughed. And I'm like, oh, I'm serious. You're the only one that has seen my shit. So, and I got his number. So, she says, Alex, if you ever need anything, let me know. So I cracked the door open. I went, like what? Right? So that was her chance. If there was any like, maybe, like I'd love a back rub. Right? Cook me a nice meal, right? Something. But she was like, Alex, if you ever need anything, you let me know. And I'm thinking, pussy? You don't say that, right? But you go, like what? And she goes, I don't know. I'm like, right. So think of something. And if there's something you think you could offer me, let me know. Now you're asking a young girl to think, and you could see smoke coming out of her head. And I'm like, oh yeah, she does. She has no idea. She's clueless. Woman's wannabe influencer. I don't know what you're talking about. What are you talking about? Who are you talking about? Boundless Black says, video topic idea, why men can never share their true feelings with women. I already said that. I think I've already had like 3 live streams on that. Like what? Ball and move. Yeah, I went. Like what? Like, what you got? What you gonna suck this bitch off? You gonna lick the balls from the back? You gonna lick the culo? What are you gonna do? Right? She could have been like, whatever you want. Right? So if a woman says to you, Alex, if there's anything you need, let me know. And if I say, like what? And she goes, whatever you want. And I'm like, come over and give me a back massage. Because a back massage is sex. She's gonna rub my back. I'm gonna say I'm gonna return the favor, and I'm gonna Metérselo immediately. Okay, let's see where we're at when it comes to Bumble swipes. I preemptively chose San Diego, California, but you guys, and I got one like there, but you guys, why are there two matches in San Diego? Huh, maybe it's leftover stuff. Guys, we'll do both. Okay, we will do both just to make sure we cover all bases. So we're going to do San Diego first, real quick, and then we'll head over to, my goodness, where is Price is Right? Price is Right. There we go. Then we'll head over to Carolina. Oh my God, I don't have the proper volume thing here. Oh God, I gotta get on the ball. Yeah, coming at you, a little Bumble swipe situation. Oh, come on, buddy. Let's go. I'm trying to erase a number. There you go. Here we go. Coming at you. Yeah. We got two matches here, and someone likes me. So let's see who likes me. Oh, come on. Ann, what's going on, bro? Let me just nearby unread. There we go. Let's just do this here. Oh my God. Oh, holy, oh, come on, bro. Get out of here with that silliness. Are these nearby? Conversations unread. Recent, nearby. Let's do that. Okay. What is Erica? That's someone else. Okay, here we go. I'm trying to find conversations that are back to meeting people. And there were two people here. I said, hi, their name's Alec, Katrina, Rita. Here we go. Rita, 45 years old, Nigerian. Get the fuck out of here, or I'm going to fuck you out right now, motherfucker. Okay, let's just head over. Who's this? Who is Ksenia, 54 years old? Let me get rid of this thing. Let's end the poll. Hello. There we go. Okay. Ksenia. Who is Ksenia? It doesn't say much. Diamond Bar, California. She says hello. She's from Diamond Bar, California. But this is my issue, guys. This part of the arm has to be tight. This part of the arm has to be tight. I'm sorry. It's just one of those things that has to be tight. And if it's loosey-goosey like that, we're going to pass on that whole situation. So let me go here and go to Charlotte, North Carolina. Travel. Charlotte, SCHA, because you got to do it on the phone. And then you hit reload up here, and then you party, and you see where everything goes. Back to meeting people. Here we go. Are we in the Carolinas? Here we go. Taylor. I love the name Taylor for a girl. It like one of the better memories I've had from a girl named Taylor. What a wonderful girl. Killer in bed. Tall, red hair, green eyes. So one of the best like friends with benefits situations I've had here. But this girl, holy shit, what is going on here? Taylor, 37 years old. My dog and I are package deal. 5'6", undergrad, open to kids. My personal house, looking at the fish pics on this application. She's hot. We'll see what the deal is. Whoa, Charlotte is looking pretty damn good. Lilia or Lilia? 45, I think she's got a kid. That pouch looks like it's been stretched. Says don't want, but that does not mean she don't have. Music is love language, yoga enthusiast, travel addict, habitual flosser, animal lover. If it's not a hell yes, it's a fuck no. If your entire personality is sports or politics, please swipe. Do you have a kid? She's from West Palm Beach. Let's see what the deal is. Caitlin, 37 years old. She looks Asian, right? She looks Asian as hell. Embracing the whatever the fuck that is. 5'3". I'm happiest when I'm relaxing in the sun with friends, family, wine, and a good book. Shut the fuck up. Good book. Women that take books to the beach, I want to just punch in the face. Are you at the beach or are you reading? Because you can read at home. Cecilia, 29 years old, doesn't say a goddamn. Oh, she does. Oh my God, wait, whoa. Slow down, Alex. I don't think she's in Charlotte because there's palm trees behind her. But I saw this titty pic and I was like, what is happening? I think this is a fake account because she looks too good, but we'll see what the deal is. Bree, 36 years old, 5'4", doesn't say much. She's a moderate and a Catholic. She says, I know we'll vibe on a date if I can't stop laughing. The last note I wrote on my phone says, file taxes and buy an avocado. What I'd really like to find is someone to teach me golf and always say, yes, of course, we can go to Starbucks again. Not bad. Typical chick, typical white girl. Nice arms, great shoulders, real fit, in her 30s. I mean, she's past the, what do you call it? What's the belt that has a bunch of radiation out there past Earth? If you're before the belt, you could probably have kids, but you're past like the is it Van Allen? Is it Van Allen belt radiation? Yeah. If you're past the Van Allen radiation belt, aka past the age of having kids, we're good. So you've been past the bullshit. You're not going to look to have kids at 36 because ese nene puede salir retardado. Brittany, 39 years old, doesn't say much. 5'11". I have an absolute soft spot in my heart for tall girls. I've dated women that are 6'2". I'm telling you, it's freaking awesome. No, Van Allen belt, the radiation belt. Brittany, 39 years old, 5'11". My simple pleasures are coffee, flowers, yoga, mountain air, cozy nights, and a good meme. AI is taking them to the next level. Hilarious. Church on Sunday. Here we go. Time with my family, friends, and dog. What I really like to find is my partner in crime. Someone who wants a family. You're 39. You know what I'm about to say, guys. Ese nene va a salir retardado. 39. It's over. It's over. It's over. Let's see what the deal is. Olivia, 48 years old. Look at the family. Is she Asian? Yep, she's Asian. All right, Olivia. A compass professional, a multilingual author, avid traveler, experimental chef. A life goal is to travel 50 countries, more halfway there. I wrote to find a partner who enjoy life's precious moment, big or small, or meet or greet over texting. I'm hoping you are a gentleman. Honest, kind, curious, and chivalrous. Comfortable in your skin, excited for life's adventures, not your eye rollers only. When my phone dies, I lose track of time for good. The world would be a better place if our kindness, heart, rational rivalry, and brain. Stupid. Tiffany. Your name ain't Tiffany. It's Tiffanyqua. Fuck out of here. Bonnie. Whoa. Those teeth. I'm sorry. You gotta fix them. You're pretty. You're pretty. Take the nose ring off. Fix them chompers. Get back at it. Ari can go, yada do. Jessica, hell yeah. My type. Blonde hair, blue eyes. Thing is, I'm not their type. See, women that like me, I don't like because they like brown guys. Wait, you like me? Yeah, I like Hispanic men. Next. Whore. What a shitty spot to be in. I'll know we've all been a date if you make me laugh and actually plan something more than drinks. My real life superpower is reading people instantly. One thing you need to know about me, I don't do inconsistently. Jessica's location is Riverview, South Carolina. Nice kitchen. No, you got it going on. You got a good life going on over there. Oh my God, these girls are beautiful. Beth, 40 years old. I was raised on the Beatles and Monty Python, so you have terrible taste in humor, but you are an absolute freaking doll. Oh my God. Where's her ass? Oh, honey. You know what though? Her face is so pretty that she is so pretty it doesn't matter. We'll get her doing squats. Not a big deal. Get her on some peptides. Just sprinkle them in, you know. Sarah, 41 years old. I still believe in kindness and disarming quality. You don't need to wear sunglasses in all your pics. Yes, we know you caught a big fish once in your life. LOL. P.S. I'm not into social media, so yeah, I don't have IG account. Wow. Let's just get married. If you think I am too much for you, you're perhaps right. I hate this app. You're not that good looking to talk that much shit. You know what I mean? She's a solid 6. Kiki, 37 years old. Russian or Ukrainian? Russian or Ukrainian? Right? Russian or Ukrainian? Let me see. Doesn't say. Yeah, she's got something. Her ass though. Ukrainian women have a big fucking dumper. They have like weirdly big legs. So let's see what the deal is. I'll let you know. Iffy. That's right. That's exactly right. And those are not your eyes. You don't have blue eyes like that. Yep. See, this is the problem, ladies. You're cosplaying a white chick. You straighten your hair and you lighten your eyes. So you hate yourself. I need you to be you. I need you to be yourself. Like, I'd love a slightly frizzy afro-y hair and regular brown eyes, but you're putting blue eyes on and straightening your hair. I can't take you seriously. That's crazy talk. Chrissy can go. Fuck that. Ra's Al Ghul. Oh, of course. Uh-oh, now we're hitting Charlotte, okay? We were hitting downtown Charlotte. Now we're hitting, no, I'm sorry. We were in the outskirts of Charlotte where the homes are. Now we're like in the city. Charlotte, yada, oh, fuck, we're in it. Oh, my goodness. Okay, Cassandra, 44 years old. Doesn't say a goddamn thing. My type of girl. Yulia, so Ukrainian or Russian. Any name that starts with a Y, even if Cuban, the name comes from Russia or Ukraine. Nothing starts with a Y that makes sense except like Yvonne. All right. But Yulia, it's absolutely Ukrainian or Russian. And these women are not to be trifled with. They are not compatible with Western society. They're just looking for gold diggers and they're Slavic and it's just not a good time. Anna, 30 years old. Doesn't say much. Whoa, that is wild. Yeah, this is crazy work. I'm going to pass on that. Married, South Central. Exactly, Anthony. Married, 40 years old. Southern? You look a little Asian to me. Southern girl with a West Coast vibe. Exactly. Introverted, extrovert. Doesn't exist. Old soul conservative, hippie. Does not exist. Avid reader. Okay, you are just contradicting the ever-living shit out of yourself on the profile. You need to understand, guys. This woman is contradicting everything, every other word. A Southern hippie doesn't exist. Southern girl with West Coast vibe. Conservative hippie does not make any sense. Okay, just really stupid. Best qualities are loyalty and lack of ego. Biggest pet peeve is slow walkers. Like a good flirt to roast ratio and love a man who can make me laugh. You're 30 what? 40. You don't got kids, I bet. Open to kids. There's something wrong. Because if you were that pretty and that awesome, as you self-describe, somebody would have scooped you up. I'll give you the rundown if I meet her. Malika can go. Thank you very much. Christina, 35 years old. I live in Charlotte. I'm visiting family for the holidays. Oh, well, the arms, guys. Okay, these arms aren't bad. Oh, man, they're close. Oh, they're close. They're close because the arms are like a key to like the gut and butt. Like chubby elbows are a thing. Like you really got to look out for the chubby elbows. Aaron, 43, fucking sleeve tattoo. Just red flag after red flag. I've dated every kind of Mr. Wrong. So please swipe left if, number 1, you're emotionally constipated. Number 2, you're a self-absorbed alcoholic. Number 3, you spend more time with the neighbor's wife than me. And number 4, you think your best attribute is in your pants. So she's dated guys that have dicked her down silly and then broke up. She has been cheated on, meaning there's a trait that is unattractive about her that people cheated on her with. You're a self-absorbed alcoholic, dated an alcoholic, and dated an emotionally constipated person. You need to understand they tell you who they're attracted to. Big dick, emotionally unavailable, self-absorbed drug addict that cheats on them. That's who they want. They are broken. They told you who they like. Glacian, isn't that what's in shampoos? Like, isn't that like the active ingredient in like Pert Plus? Glacian, 36 years old. I'm fun, warm-hearted Latina woman from Brazil. I enjoy the simple things in life and I love good conversation, laughter, and getting to know new cultures and interesting people. I have a light personality, but I take feelings and relationships seriously. I'm here because I believe in real connect. 4'11". Oh. We'll see what's going on with homegirl. Victoria, 44 years old. Are you a nurse? Because that is a red flag of all red flags. Yep, you're a fucking nurse. You probably jerk off a lot of guys in the fucking hospital. You weirdo. We'll see what the deal is. Yeah, women pick the wrong guys and then blame the guys. That's a great point, Robo style. Women pick the wrong guys, then blame the guys. That should be like That should be like the comment of the day. She's so broken. Arms are a visual credit score. She's got trauma stamps. Exactly. You guys are on the money. And you know, I appreciate you guys. You guys listen. You understand. We're on the same page here. Who's this? Michelle, 36. Very pretty, cute, super good shape. Love being active and enjoy fitness. Hikes, good laughs, reading, and trying new things and places. Vegan and passionate about kindness and animals. Oh, you're fucking cute though. God damn it, you're cute. What's it say here? I don't know what that. I get into my bad mood. I cuddle with my pit bull. Oh no. I don't know. We'll see. We got someone that wants some of this bitch. Oh, let's see what oh my God. Get the fuck out of here. Why do I attract black girls, bro? Like, black girls love this bitcho. You know what I'm saying? Black girls want this bitcho so bad. And I just don't want it. You know what I'm saying? Ariel, 35 years old. The plot twist you didn't see coming. You got kids? Let me see. Open to kids, 35 years old. Uh-oh. You know what that is? Time is ticking. My simple pleasures are snuggles with my dog, a perfectly spicy margarita, rail track walks. That's fucking stupid. Rail track walks. You know, I like walking against traffic for the hell of it. You know what, guys? For fun, I like to walk on the bike path. You know what? I like heading on in. I like crossing the crosswalk when the red hand is up. I like rail trail walks. That's how people get run the fuck over. What if I told you that I would love to find someone patient enough to teach me how to play golf? Yeah, no. You're sucking this dick and making me sandwiches. 2 dudes in a line. I spilled the drink on Nick Jonas. SZA gave me her phone number. I fought a man with a gun. If any of those are right, you're fucking gone. Get out of here. Millie, 47. No, thank you. See ya. I bet you can get a Mocoa sugar mama to fund the Fairmont. Daisha, look at the ass. See, that's my problem. Like, the ass is usually fantastic, and I bet it's like the gushiest thing going on in there. But I just can't get past the personality. I just can't. Okay, putting your kids or friends with little bear emojis on them, I'm sure you could have taken a selfie like this one and made it your main. Stupid, goofy. Sam, 38 years old, 5'7", tall, open to kids at 38. If you want to have a blob for a kid, and again, the fillers on the lips are just unattractive. Ladies, thin lips are fine. Stop plumping your fucking lips, okay? Andy, 37 years old. I value a man with a provider mindset. Want someday. Marriage, 37. I bet you she's going to self-snitch in her thing. I value a man with a provider mindset, true gentleman who knows how to lead with respect, emotional intelligence, and high standards. If not, let's not waste each other's time. Not looking for hookups or casual flings. My perfect first date is a well-planned that shows effort, gentleman who leads, and choose. Well, I don't know who you are. Look, ladies, stop asking me to take you on a helicopter ride to a fucking glacier and then to swim with dolphins or go on a humpback whale viewing ship ride. What if you're a fucking cunt and I have wasted $700 on helicoptering us to the nearest glacier to get on a boat to watch blue whales? Like, who are you? We're going to get Dunkin', Smalls, and we're going to talk. See if I like you. And if we like each other, we go grab a bite. And if the bite goes well, I go to the beach. And then I got the chairs. And then we fuck. And then you're my girlfriend. Like, what the fuck's so difficult about that? God damn it. They want you to plan this date. The first date is not a planned date. It is a meet and greet to see if I even like you, if I can stand you. Ashley, 43 years old. Oh my God. Oh, okay. She's not talking that much. She's really pretty. 43. Apolitical, does not want kids. I mean, she has kids. Active, curious, and a mix of strength and softness. I strength train, love yoga, cook often, and care about taking care of my body and mind. Meditation keeps me grounded. Learning adventure, keep life interesting. I appreciate depth, effort, and a man who leads with confidence and kindness. You're very pretty. You are so lucky. You're super cute. Oh my God. Yeah. Hell yeah. Let's go. Let's see what the deal is. Millie, 40 years old, 5'7", open to kids, moderate, atheist. Shit. She's just like, I'm an atheist. Fuck it. Nadia, whoa. Okay. You're not real. Something's wrong. You're too pretty. God, you need to understand, gentlemen. Why is a girl this pretty on a dating app? You get approached everywhere. Ideally, you can point me to watch English Premier League. That's stupid. Visiting my mom and she doesn't have the sports channels. That's stupid. 5'9", so she's very tall and liberal. That's a problem. My humble brag is I was pen pals with Jane Goodall. Don't know who the fuck that is. You're very pretty. What's the problem? Oh, you're Indian. So you eat shit. We'll see what the deal is. Fuck. How can you be that tall, that pretty, and single? There's something wrong. Vanessa, 44 years old, introverted by nature with a deep appreciation for slow mornings and meaningful connection. I value emotional self-awareness, gentle communication, and people who are open to self-reflection and shared willingness. Whoa. Just verbal diarrhea. Just show your pictures and say you're looking for a good guy. God damn it. Debbie's got to go. Marilou's got to go. Yada-dee-dee. Yada-da-dee-doo. Dippity-pop-boo. Amber, okay, the arm's okay. 43, you're close. You're on the edge. You're not going to get any better. Let's just say that, right? Like, you know she's not going to get any better. So you need to understand this is probably the best she's going to look. And the moment you meet her from then on, she's going to get worse. From Iowa, I've been in the South for 13 years. Carolina is not really the South, but whatever. I mean, I guess it is. I'm active in sports leagues. I enjoy going out. Okay, let's see what you look like. Yeah, I could have just saved time. Forget. Shanna, 38 years old. Let's grab a drink. Looking for a life and tennis partner. There you go. Easy. Grab a drink. See if you like each other and go from there. Perfect. Elizabeth, 40 years old. Outdoorsy at heart. Mom of 2 awesome teens. Paints her eyebrows in. I'm going to pass on that. Thank you very much. Tiffany. So she spells it wrong. 48 though. She's cute. Again, guys, this is the best she's going to look. 5'6", undergrad, Gemini, spiritual, very pretty girl, older, pretty, nothing wrong with her, doesn't say much, which is to her, oh, what has she got here? Is this a dream catcher? Or is this like, what is that? Is that a dream catcher or a frying pan? If it's a frying pan, I'm okay with it. That means she likes to cook. Marley, 32, 5'9". Oh, no, she's the fat one in the picture. Oh, shit, I should have just looked. Don't do that, ladies. Don't do that. Don't have a skinny girl and a fat girl. Again, she's not fat, but she's heavier. And expect me to be into the chub. Wow. 36. What the fuck? Whoa. My simple pleasures are empty. Wait a minute. Hold on, guys. Hold on. Wait a minute. Hold on. Wait. Hold on. I got to do something real quick. Hold on. Okay. Oh, hold on. Oh, wait. Okay. All right. We're good. Christina. She's hot. Let's go. I'm simple. Another good-looking girl. A lot of tall, blonde, cookie-cutter white girls in North Carolina. Dogs, documentaries, distance running, and dry humor. Yeah, I'm not dating a Disney adult. You're beautiful, but I am not dating a Disney adult. I'm good on that. Fuck all that. Could you imagine Alex being in Disney World with a fucking psycho that wears a hat that has mouse ears? Kumba. Oh, of course she's from Nigeria, right? I used to meet, whatever. Wow. She's stacked though. Damn, there's just some black girls that do it for me. You know what I'm saying? From Burlington, Vermont? My ass. We'll see. Deal is. All right, Jess, 37. Looks Hispanic. I handle pressure. My mind is really sharp, but I'm soft where it counts. The cooling? I chill vibes, banter, and mentally stimulating. From Chicago. Yeah, she's Puerto Rican. Puerto Rican or black or Blasian. Kimberly's got to go. And then we'll say hi to someone that recently liked me here. Who's Brittany? Let's see what Brittany's all about. Oh, my God. Jesus Christ, Alex. You're not doing so good. The hot chicks ain't liking you, Alex, which is fine. Lindsay, 36. 5'1", tiny, liberal, that's stupid. Agnostic, has no ass. I'm going to pass on that one. I don't care how pretty you are. Caitlin, 34 years old, even though the other one was way prettier and had no ass. I will make her squat, not a problem. I'll squat on this dick. She's another pretty girl, doesn't say much, enjoys wine from PA, like it. Couple more, and we'll get the hell out of here. Amy Alves, 45 years old, saving lives with the day. Nurse, I'm going to pass on a nurse all the time. Pass on that one. Look at her name. Her name literally means black in Spanish. Missy, 44 years old. No, I don't like her. I don't like Karen. Megan has a picture taken from the Hubble Space Telescope. Hallie is 33. It's Haley. Okay, I'm annoyed by that. Can's got to go. Nicole, 46. Jesus! Wait. Jesus! I mean, that's already a red flag, right? I love Jesus! I'm hoping you love Jesus! He's all right. Rebecca, are you the tattooed one or the non-tattooed one? The non-tattooed one. Yeah, she's the non-tattooed one. Hey, you guys. Oh, my God. The Goonies. The Goonies. We get it. Wow. Oh, you got tattoos. But you're cute. I'll let you know what happens. We'll see what the deal is. And we'll end it on Emily. Good-looking girl at a bar with a drink. So you're a whore. But you don't got tattoos and you're really pretty? Oh, you do have tattoos. So you're a certified whore. Okay, let's get the hell out of here because I can be Bumble swiping for a half hour and I don't want to bore you guys. So today we talked a little bit about 3 different experiences that I had this week when it comes to dealing with women. One of them was needed you to be a Jesus freak in order to date her while she was divorced and had 2 kids. Another one told you that she hoed out in her 20s, played a guy for rent, ended up getting pregnant by a football player, and now she's living with mom with 2 teenagers. It's just crazy how it is out there. And then the last one wanted a one-night stand with a clean-cut guy. And I said, you can go to a bar and make that happen all in 1 week. And so you need to understand what I'm experiencing out there. I'm sure other men are experiencing or maybe not experiencing. Maybe they're just like, I can't even attract a girl. I guess I'm kind of lucky that I can talk to a decent amount of women per week, but they're usually not winners. Like, I haven't gone on a date in a little bit with someone new because the Cuban girl, I'll give you a Cuban girl update. She ended up saying that she wasn't ready to date. Okay, but you understand, guys, she was the one that was saying she was doing typical Miami shit in her 20s. And I said, what is typical Miami shit? And she said, drinking, smoking, and partying. And I was already out of there. And then by the time that me and her communicated again, she's like, I'm not really ready to date. I'm like, oh, yeah, no, it's okay, honey. You're good. Take your time. I'm going to move on. I'm not, look, if she wants to get some of this bitch, that's one thing. But relationship? No, she is off of the relationship train really quickly. So it's tough out there, but at least it gives you content, even though I'm not using it for content. But if it doesn't work out, it's definitely content I can bring you guys. Again, thank you to Cactus Peptides for sponsoring the channel. Appreciate you guys very much. Go to cactuspeptides.com. Do your research. Check it out. See if it's right for you. The rest of you, I will see on Tuesday afternoon. We'll talk a little about the C601 video that's on the other channel. It's doing really well. I posted it on Instagram, Facebook, and everything. So I'm going to try to get that video going, and then I'll cut up a lot of these sections for this show, give you shorts throughout the week until we reconvene again back next Sunday. Have a good rest of your night, guys. I'll see the rest of you next week and most of you on the other channel on Tuesday. See you guys later. Bye.